Hello, my name is Thomas Lee and welcome to part 2 of my presentation on the new PAL 2.0 articulator system. In part 1 I kind of went over the COI system and the relationship of the axis and incisal distance. I also showed a little bit on how we created the digital transfer adapter for 3D printed models and how we use the PAL articulator in conjunction with the full-size articulator. The PAL 2.0 is designed more for simple everyday dentistry. It is not necessarily compatible or interchangeable with the full size. It is designed for simple MIP dentistry. So when you get the box, you open it up and there will be an instruction sheet in here. It has the first part on how to use it with 3D printed models, and on the back is how to use it with standard plaster models. Then we'll also have the PAL articulator. Comes with the system. We'll open that up and we have two pieces there to where we have the lower piece and the upper piece. And the upper piece, we want to kind of have it in like an open position where the channel here is in the downward position. So then we can snap that right onto the lower, and then we can just rotate that forward into a more normal position. Also in the system is the lower digital adapter. And that is just simply put onto the lower frame by snapping it into place. Then we also have the upper digital adapter, which also comes with an incisal pin, and that can just again index right to the PAL upper member. The incisal pin does have a smoother end and one end to where there's a little mark where it's a little molding mark, so I like to put that in up into the front here, push that up, and now we have basically an articulator with an incisal pin. Now we can use this with the 3D printed models. We can show you dimensionally where we want these attachments to the impression, so then we can just simply attach these models directly onto the digital adapter. And the lower one over here. And now we have mounted models, 3D printed models, to the COI system, which I'll show you here in just a second, in the PAL articulator. To remove this, we can rock the model side to side a little bit, which usually gets it to come up, or you may have to squeeze the pins in just a little bit to get it started, and then just rock it back and forth until the model comes up. Also in the box we have a COI platform, which comes with a standard waxing guide, so we can index this COI platform onto the lower digital adapter. We can add the standard waxing guide to this, and we can now see how these 3D printed models are related to the COI platform with the incisal edge at the 100mm line based on Dr. Coi's axis incisal distance for function. We can then remove the upper model or the whole adapter for standard mounting plaster models. The kit does come with one set of standard mounting plates that we can add to the PAL articulator. Then we can add let's see, we can add an index tray if we want to the COI platform. And then we can just set our model in here and use that to mount conventional standard plaster models by adding plaster to the plate and the model, rotating around to make a connection that will then look like this. So you can see how we can mount standard study models directly to the PAL 2.0 articulator using the COI index tray. Now if you want to do a standard functional mounting, we can do that also by removing the COI index tray, adding a standard waxing guide, again adding mounting plate to the upper. We can then take a model and set that onto the COI platform with the incisal edge at the 100mm line and the dental midline with the midline onto the platform. We can add plaster to the mounting plate and the model, swing this around and make a connection to the model, which will then look like this. Now some people might say that I have this mounted wrong because the upper frame is canted downward. And that is because the PAL 2.0 is designed to be used with the COI platform related to the axis for function. And it's really the COI platform that's creating our aesthetic guide plane. It's not really necessarily the frame of the articulator or the countertop that is traditionally used with full-size articulators. all you're really kind of doing here is controlling how much plaster you have between the model and the mounting plate. And then of course we can remove the lower adapter here by pushing the button. We can add a model either with an interocclusal record or to MIP. We can again add a mounting plate to here and add some plaster to the model, swing this around to make a connection of the models to have standard functional mounted models to an axis of rotation for function to MIP for everyday dentistry to create a better arc of rotation or opening and closing movement that should reduce adjustments in the mouth. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, please send us an email at info@panadent.com or give us a call here at 909-783-1841. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a great day.